Hello YouTube, 17 January 2024, and the madness of the days continue, right? It's really interesting to see this international chessboard, if you wanna call it like, what was his name? Brzezinski, the grand chessboard. It's really interesting to see these developments of alliances. So we have the UK making a separate alliance other than NATO with the Ukraine, France, most likely Germany, Poland, perhaps, I don't know. But you see all these little alliances appear. Likewise, on the other front, all the basically all the countries that the West doesn't agree with in one way or another, they are all aligning with all sorts of joint military agreements and alliances themselves. Russia, Iran, well, the timing couldn't be better in the moment, right? Long and behold. Then we have Iran helping basically the Iraqis with their problem of military occupation by the US by attacking those bases as well. Then we have news, Niger and Russia talking about joint operations and alliances and stuff like that. So yes, the world is gearing up for a huge confrontation, unfortunately. But those are the signs, would you agree? Those are the signs. So, in my mind, keeps going, what are we doing to stop it? I mean, I keep saying it, if you stop bombing, they stop coming. The refugee crisis in Europe. And with those refugee crises come other problems, a lot of them. Multicultural problems, people not integrating, I believe say it correct. Anyways, they are not really assimilated in the Western culture, if we can still speak of a Western culture, because to be honest, I grew up with a very different set of Western culture, you know, principles it, in my opinion, stood for, than what we are seeing right now. Opposition parties banned, if possible they would take away the vote from all the Hungarian people in Europe. They are openly discussing it. How can we get those people not to have any vote? They retain, steal from each other money in the EU. Look at Hungary, they keep the money from Hungary, which is legally theirs. They keep it from the Hungarians. I would be pissed. Would you be pissed if you have a bank and it's your money, you worked hard for it, it's on that bank account, and they decide not to give it to you? Like we already see on the individual level. people's bank accounts getting closed. For various reasons, but one of them being that you have an opinion that is not exactly what the bank wanted to hear. So we're just gonna close your account. Well, I have a bank with principles, and you have to sign with this bank that you will adhere to their principles. For example, you cannot use your money from this bank account to invest, for example, in weapons or ammunition. If they find out, they will shut down your account. You agree on this, on the terms. This bank only makes green investments, humanitarian investments, nothing else. And you adhere to their principles. Well, if your bank made an agreement with you like that, like I have with my bank, the Triodos in Holland, then of course I can totally see if you go against their principles that they would close your account. But if it is about your opinions, if my bank would close my account or withheld the money from it because I do not support the Dutch official view on the Ukraine, for example, or the conflict in Gaza, well, I would be pissed. I would be furious, like really furious. I would see it even as life-threatening. If that is your means of income and you cannot feed yourself, your family, in my case, my dogs, oh hell yeah, I will go to very extremes to get my fucking money. Even if I would have to kidnap that fucking director then of that bank, myself. Huh? You give me my money, I give you back your freedom. It's that simple. You are a thief and you should be punished. Be happy I don't do anything else to punish you. But you're gonna give my fucking money. Would that be reasonable? Well, I think it would be very reasonable. And in the case of the Hungarians and this money and this so-called democratic values that we have in the West, in the EU. Well, the Hungarians, that's even worse. It's already their money. It's not just on an individual level of Orban, we're not going to give you, I don't know, your share of the cut or... No. It's millions of Hungarians who don't get that money unless they approve to the bank's principles. That's not fucking fair. That's not even unfair. The word unfair does not even, give due credit to the level of criminality. But it's interesting to see all these little alliances. And the world is gearing up for something coming. And it will be coming this year. We all know it, we all feel it, we all smell it, we all can see it. If you're not blind, dumb and deaf. Yesterday I watched a movie, a Nigerian movie on Netflix, The Black Book. Excellent movie. Of course, just like any other action movie, of course the action is a little bit over the top, take it with a huge grain of salt, but the core message of the movie, that was very clear. against high-end corruption and courage to fight this corruption. And it showed the way how you fight this corruption by exposing it. At the end, the black book gets revealed and all their crimes get revealed. The same we could look upon this Epstein list. And the same we can look upon how they used a lot of corruption during COVID, etc. Just expose it and grab them. In this movie, in Nigeria, I don't want to insult the Nigerians, but a republic that is still learning how to be one, right? So, if they then take care of their highest criminals in their country by just taking them down, no political immunity, then why should we not do the same in Europe? It's one of our biggest problems, this political immunity. The big problem of us thinking that we don't have the power to hold them to account, but we do. We do. If people in Africa manage to do this, then Europeans cannot. If people in the Arab world can do this, European Spring, Arab Spring, European Spring, if those people can do it, then we can do it. If the people in the Ukraine can do it, right? Remember, this was all Maidan 2014, this was all against what? High-end corruption. Restoring democracy. It was good for the Ukraine, I keep saying it. And you agreed out there in Europe that it was good for the Ukraine. Then don't come fucking crying to me when I say we need to have the same in Europe. A Brussels Maidan, a European Maidan, to finally get rid of all those corrupt elements. And then it is time for a new alliance with the Brics. With the Brics. And finally, break free of the slavery of the Bank of England, the Rothschilds, the Federal Reserve, the IMF. No more debt to those so-called bankers, because that's exactly what will happen if we demand it. If we demand to join the Brics, then guess what? Your state will no longer have a debt. Therefore, your state is no longer forced to collect taxes on your labor. Let's collect taxes on commerce, on the profit of commerce, of import of goods, and protect our internal markets. That's what a wise statesman would do. Get rid of the national, international debt, stabilize its markets, get rid of the taxes on wages, because then obviously people have more to spend. And they will spend. And if you then protect your inner market, your goods, services, with a low tax rate and a higher tax rate on imported stuff, then trust me, it's a good start, a good foundation for Europe to rebuild. Have a nice day and think about it.